Good morning everyone. I am back with a new video. Today I am going to state all the things what are being faced by one of the classes in our society. Those are daily laborers or the person who are working on daily wages. Without them, an industry, an employer's power, a micro scale enterprise, a small scale enterprise, a medium scale enterprise cannot proceed for progress. But still, these peoples are facing various troubles in our society and in our country on a daily basis, which is quite, and these troubles are quite hideous in nature. Irrespective of the four basic laws which are present for them to safeguard their interest. Number one is the code on wages. Number two is the industrial relation code. Number three relates to social security code and the occupational safety code. And final one is the health and working condition code. These rights and these labor laws give them the right to work in an environment of their choice, right against discrimination, prohibition of child labor, just and human condition of work, social security, protection of wages, redress of grievances, right to organize and form trade unions, collective bargaining, and participation in management. ये राइट सब नहीं क्या, इन लोगों को ये सब पावर देता है. देने से क्या होगा? By giving them these rights, whether these laws and these rights are properly executed in the ground level, why no action is being conducted? Why awareness programs are not being conducted in a tremendous level so that they can speak out and fight for their rights? Why such type of things are not being executed properly? That is my question to all of our person present in the bureaucratic and diplomatic level. Now I am going to speak out loudly. In recent time, few discrimination, atrocity and physical torture and financial troubles are being given to laborers who have been moving from their native place to fulfill their dreams. How it is being shattered. I am going to speak out few lines and make everyone realize how these persons are facing such troubles. Number one is a migrant labor leg, palm chopped off by middlemen for demanding wages. After working for a week, when a person demanded wages from the middleman, they allegedly beat him and made him drink alcohol. In this heinous incident, 4 middlemen allegedly chopped off the palm and leg of a migrant laborer from a village in a particular district after he demanded wages. According to sources, 4 youth of the particular village under a particular police limit lured the particular person whose leg and palm are chopped off, a resident of the same locality, with a job offer and took him to Uttar Pradesh. They made him work in a cement factory. After working for a week, when the person demanded wages from the middleman, they allegedly beat him and made him drink alcohol. When the person lost consciousness under the influence of alcohol, the four middlemen chopped off the person's right hand, palm, and his left leg. They admitted him to a hospital where he underwent treatment for 2 days. Recently, the middleman left him at his home. Before leaving, the four of the middlemen threatened the person whose palm and leg is being chopped off that he will face dire consequences if he files a police complaint. Now, they assaulted him when he asked for money after working for 7 days at a cement company. They cut off his palm and leg, and they warned him to ruin his family, for which he did not file police complaint. District labor officer of that particular area said that let the person whose palm and leg is being chopped off recover first, then he will do the needful, or we will do the needful. Nothing needful will be done. I know that thing very well, because the bureaucratic power of my nation only should know how to give statements and promises, but proper execution of the constitutional law are never being conducted. And if a person who has suffered a lot, they will never punish the people who have performed the crime immediately after the leg and palm are being chopped off. This is the first incident in my country. Now the second incident. When I am going to speak this thing, every people mind will be blown off with working with their co-worker in the labor class. Your mind will be blown and you cannot trust your colleague who is working with you. In this second incident, steel glass was inserted into a man's rectum by drunk friends. Surgeons removed it successfully. Head of the surgery department said that it was a first of its kind in the state where a glass was removed from the rectum of a man. Surgeons sewed the glass after removing it from the rectum of a 45-year-old man, and X-ray is shown, and the X-ray is showing the tumbler inside the intestine. In Times of India, just search it and you will get the news and you will know the incident, what has happened. But I am going to speak few lines what the incident took place. When surgeons of a particular big college and a hospital have removed a steel glass from a large intestine, from the large intestine of a 45-year-old man whose drunken friends had inserted it into his body through anus while having a booze party a fortnight back, the surgeons led by assistant professor took out the steel glass from the lower part of the intestine of the man from a particular village under particular block in particular district after a 3-hour long surgery on August 19. head of the surgery department, said that this was a first of its kind incident in the state where a glass was removed from the rectum of a man. There was no other option but to make an incision in the intestinal wall of the person who was in immense pain due to the inhuman act to remove the glass. His condition is stable and he will recover soon, the surgeon said. Sources said that friends of the man, who works in a cotton mill at Surat in Gujarat, had inserted the steel glass through his anal canal while they all were having alcohol on 9th August at his workplace. His attempts to remove it in the following day failed, and he managed to push it further up into his rectum. As the pain became unbearable, he left Surat and came back to his village. His stomach started swelling as he could not defecate. He was unable to do toilet. Simple words. Though he remained in pain for days, he did not reveal the incident to anybody before approaching the hospital. The doctor initially carried out an X-ray of his abdomen. After finding the glass stuck in the intestine, though they tried to remove it through rectum but failed, they decided to go for a surgery. The doctor said, how did the glass end up at the large intestine is still a mystery. We had initially attempted to pull the glass out of the rectum through an endoscopic procedure, but it did not work. We had to cut open his abdomen and remove the glass. Another surgeon of the team led by a doctor said the recovery is likely to take time as the colon has been stitched and a fistular opening has been created through which he can pass stool after the surgery. Contacted the particular district superintendent, said police will definitely take action if the man lodges a complaint. He is a person who is also a doctor, said such incidents are mostly of perversion and offenders do it for sadistic pleasure. That last word has hit my mind in a terrible way. Sadistic pleasure. Sadistic pleasure by the colleagues. Sadistic pleasure by an employer towards the labor class makes them feel powerful, due to which such type of persons are encouraging such type of work among their workers. And irrespective of various laws present in our country and ignorance by the elite classes of the people, ये मेरा काम नहीं है, ये मेरा काम नहीं है, by saying that this is not my work or this is not my job. Such incidents are being prevailing throughout the country. One is Uttar Pradesh, then second one is Surat. Another one also I am bringing in front of everyone, and you will be quite shocked to know that my country is a place for such type of promotional work. Various persons in a diplomatic level and bureaucratic level only give speeches, but in ground reality, execution of the work is being neglected. For example, Honorable SP of that particular district said, we will take serious action if this man lodges a complaint. Sir, this is a social issue. You have to come forward irrespective of his complaint. You should not wait. You must find, it is your bound duty to go and verify why such perverted things are taking place in our society. and punish the cruel person in a heinous way, so that in future no employer or such employee would dare to do such type of incident. This is my special request to you, to that district सुपरिटेंडेंट ऑफ पुलिस. हाथ जोड़ के बोलता हूं सर, हिंदी में अभी बोलता हूं, एक वकालत का शिष्य होने के नाते, एक वकालत का ग्रेजुएट होने के नाते मैं ये आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करता हूं. Being a lawyer, I am requesting you from the bottom and the darkest corner of my heart. Sir, now for chopping an employee's fingers, these employees are taking pleasure. Another incident I am going to bring forward to everybody's eyes. A person, a migrant laborer, escaped from torture in Maharashtra. A 60-year-old person's fingers were chopped off by labor agents. These middlemen are going to kill everyone. I know it very well. When he asked for his wages, in yet another case of inhuman torture that the migrant laborer are subjected to, a villager's finger were chopped off by labor agent when he asked for his wages in Maharashtra. Fortunately, he managed to survive the brutal act and reach his village to reveal his ordeal. O-R-D-E-L, ordeal. A 60-year-old villager of a particular district used to live with his only son, daughter-in-law and granddaughter. According to villagers, the family did not have any agricultural land and was leading a frugal life depending on the income of the son, who was a daily wager. Some time back, his son shifted to a village along with his wife and daughter, living to fend for himself alone in the village. Meanwhile, two labor agents lured the person as a construction worker in Maharashtra. As he agreed to their offer, they took him to Nagpur during Rath Yatra this year. Nearly 1.5 months back, when he asked the two middlemen for his wages, they did not pay him. In a heated argument, the person whose fingers were chopped off accused the two of duping him, following which they chopped his 5 fingers of the right feet and also tried to cut off fingers of his right hand. But the person whose feet left, his right feet was cut off, lost sense, and they stopped after chopping the fingers. The duo then dumped him unconsciously near Nagpur railway station. The RPF railway police force personnel spotted him near the railway tracks and admitted him in the Nagpur city hospital. Though they tried to contact his son and acquaintances after being informed, they failed last week. This senior person, the 60-year-old guy, somehow came out of the hospital and reached the railway station, where some people helped him to buy a ticket for his village. On Friday, he got down at a particular rail station which is close to his village. When he was trying to seek help from the people there, a Samiti member of his village identified him and took him to the village. Panchayat Samiti Sabhya. member, but on reaching, he refused to get treatment, fearing that the associates of the agents might harm him. On Saturday, some media persons came to know about the incident and informed the particular area's MLA, who visited his home and offered him all possible assistance. The MLA gave him ₹1,000 and asked the villagers to get him treated at the nearest hospital. The MLA also assured of trying to get financial assistance from Chief Minister's Relief Fund for the person who has suffered. 1,000 rupees. After cutting your 3 fingers, this is the thing what our bureaucrats and diplomats are thinking towards ourselves. Daily wage labor, what they are suffering, what they are not, nobody is realizing. Some are suffering from kidney problems, some are suffering from sugar ailments, that is diabetes, some are suffering from blood pressure, but these things are quite costly disease. And in my country, in our country बोल नहीं सकता हूँ मैं आपसे, in my country, nobody is realizing that a 500 rupees pension can never feed you. 500 rupees means $1 is 80 rupees. 500 rupees, how much? Near about $7. This is within $7. You want our country by paying by paying their losses as a pension, or by giving a mere about $12. People think that a person's pain and suffering who have lost deliberately can be uplifted. What can we expect from our bureaucrats and the diplomats who are sitting on their chair and uplifting our condition from their AC rooms? Now, these 3 incidents will show the condition of a daily wage worker in my country, how he is suffering. With a mere amount of less than $3, people are struggling their life. Many people, by offering them $5 of a regular income, their dreams, future, a poor person dream and future are being shattered in the name of fulfilling their dream. These daily wage workers are being lured to the oiling words of several agents, and the agents who are taking them and the middlemen who are taking them, they are only torturing, and the employers are taking the fun of the torture. Yes, I question the employer, because in my locality, how much is 5,000 rupees? You just tell me. 5,000 rupees means it is less than a $99 in the international market, and that is they are offering for a skilled teacher to provide his or her knowledge to build the future of my country. In private schools, some are being paid 12,000 rupees 12,000 rupees means less than $200. In international market, you are asking us to build building blocks of this country to stand in an international level. Teachers are being asked, this is how their skilled knowledge is being exercised, is being misutilized. And the people who are operating on big cares, they are taking the fun of the suffering of a middle class and a lower middle class person. And I want to conclude that kindly follow all the things present in the Constitution. Do not let it be present in the form of a pen and paper in a document. If now anybody speaks, does not speak, this country and will lead to oblivion, and we have led to oblivion. With this I beg to remain, and I request everyone to like, share and subscribe, and please hit the bell icon to get new notification on great public awareness topics which I am going to discuss in my channel, which might change the society. I know a merely 10 number of viewers are not going to see my videos, but these things are a topic which are needed to be discussed in my country, India. And we, being the young generation of this country, instead of doing Bharat Jodo Jatra, what people are suffering in the ground level, we have to speak out for them, for ourselves, so that our future can be secured. Till then, Jai Mahakal.